Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Sporting. I'm Elijah Lavette and I'll be your host for tonight. Dion Comben could not join me tonight, but yeah, anyway, we have, not to worry, we have a massive show lined up for you tonight. Now over the weekend, so a lot of, big games with the Telikom National Soccer League Grand Final, and the Hunters played their home match here. And with the Telikom National Soccer League Grand Final, Lae City Dwellers took out this year's title, their second year to become champions now, and what a match it was. First half all 0-0, and then coming back in the second half, and then Raymond Gunemba, the captain himself, had to score. And yeah, so the Telikom National Soccer League was awesome, and here are some highlights for you.
Gunemba, higher ball this time. One again. He takes a shot. Nelson misses. Go after Tiger. Might be another goal for Hekari.
In the last meeting, Lae City Dwellers lost 5-0 to Hekari United, and it was a salt on the wound. But in the grand final, Peter Gunemba, coach side, were physically, mentally and spiritually focused. And when the chanting of Moravian fans gaining momentum in the stadium, the Reds' fanatic fans were no different. Hekari started the match with fast ball movements in the midfield, with string of passes putting Upaiga and Semi on the move. Nerves were showing on the players, with number of foul plays committed on both sides.
Quick turnaround.
The first half was scoreless. It was as if the game was set for a tiebreaker in the second half.
Great opportunity right there to the right wing. Bullock cross comes in.
However, Hekari appeared dominant with aggressive attacking and some skillful ball movements in the second half, keeping the game on Dwellers' territory. But then the deadlock was broken in the 50th minute when skipper Raymond Gunemba's corner went in.
Handball appeal, however, play on, says the referee. That looked like he was in. And it does appear to be the first goal of the match. It was directly from a corner, actually.
The match got physical after that, with almost equal yellow cards handed to both sides. Korea Kupaiga and Tommy Sami had a couple of shots taken, but it was either saved or off target.
Lae City themselves under a huge amount.
And in a sudden twist of fate, Hekari defender Semi Campbell laid back a misjudged pass to Tekieta Remuera when a lurking Gunemba sneak up to Remuera and strike past Leslie Carlisle. In the 80th minute to silence the Reds, Korea Kupaiga got the Golden Boot player of the tournament for scoring most goals in this season.
Korea Kupaiga!
And with just second year in the 2015-2016 NSL season,
Stadium and Lae City Dwellers have taken their second title.
Lae City Dwellers have proven once again, when it comes to the biggest of occasion in the competition, they will be a force to be reckoned with.
We are a champion, but my most desire is to win the money premiers last week, but it didn't happen the way I wanted it. We did not play the game we supposed to play, and we used to play. That is why we lost the game, and we went and we were pondering over what happened to us. I feel sorry for all the supporters. Many throughout the country, they shed tears for the loss, Lae City Dwellers loss. But we told them that we would win the grand final because we are more determined to win this game, because we know that we have improved from stages to stages. And we play a different brand of football. Many will believe that. We play more proactive football. And I'm very, very pleased because the players have listened to what I've told them to do.
Congratulations to Lae City Dwellers for taking out this year's Telikom National Soccer League title. Join us after the break as we bring you more of Sporting. Now welcome back to the show. Now over to the Trukai Fun Run auction. Trukai Industries has always been a strong supporter of sport in Papua New Guinea. Now following the Lae Trukai Fun Run auction, where an impressive 172,000 kina was raised, Port Moresby held their auction last week at the Royal Papua Yacht Club. Now the sales raised from both auctions will go towards Team PNG's preparations for the Rio Olympic Games in August this year. Now here are some highlights of the Fun Run auction in Port Moresby. The private business community, government sector and partners attended the annual Trukai Fun Run auction at the Royal Papua Yacht Club.
103rd and final time and sold. Thank you very much to the shotguns.
Andrew Dobney added that the main aim of the Trukai auction and Fun Run is to put PNG on the world sporting map by sending athletes to international events.
Of sport in PNG, we had the 2 gold medalists in Glasgow a couple of years ago. We had the Pacific Games last year. The Hunters are doing fantastically well. And we've got the opportunity to send some fantastic athletes to Rio. I mean, we saw the Taekwondo athletes. We've got Ryan Pinney, probably the most successful athlete. We've got a weightlifter, Moria, who could end up in the top 10 in the world. I mean, that is fantastic. Up against all these drug-cheating countries, that's an outstanding result. I don't have to be politically correct, but it's not about Trukai. It's about sending these guys to Rio this year and really seeing PNG be where it should be on a world sporting level. So the fact of the matter is, unless we sell a lot of shirts tonight, these guys aren't going. So it's up to all us and all our business houses to support PNG and to support these fantastic athletes that are coming up and send this team to Rio. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not this time. We might end up with an Olympic medal one day, and it'll be thanks to all the business houses here today. So I wish all the athletes the very best, and hopefully we sell a lot of shirts tonight so we can send these athletes off to Rio.
Trukai Industries has given 100,000 shirts to the Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee for the Fun Run this year. President for PNGOC, Sir John Dawanikura, thanked Trukai for their continuous support for sports in PNG.
32 years of the Fun Run, 17 have been under the sponsorship of Trukai Industries, and we'd just like to thank them for their continued sponsorship, and it certainly has been a very successful partnership with Trukai over those years, and we do appreciate part of the success is attributed to all of the sponsors in Lae as well as Port Moresby for making it a success. So thank you very much to all of the corporate sponsors that are here. We aim for a win-win situation with joint funding, joint branding, obviously Trukai and Team PNG, and that's for our 4-year cycle events at the bottom line of 500,000 kina from Trukai to the Olympic Committee. So thank you very much for supporting us over the 4-year cycle. And at 500,000, then obviously for the last 4 years is a 2 million investment from Trukai Industries, and that's not counting the customs duty. So the sponsorship is for 100,000 t-shirts. It cost them 10 kina, and so the sale price is at 10 kina, so that's a 1 million kina investment. Ladies and gents, so put your hands together for Trukai Industries for that phenomenal support. I'd also like to thank the media, and Andrew's mentioned the Royal Papua Yacht Club for the venue, and also thank Jim Robbins, who loosened the purse strings of the corporate sector in Lae last night with only a third of the crowd from last year. We were able to raise 172,200, so that's 17,200 t-shirts.
Now welcome back to the show, and if you're a big follower of Super Rugby, that's rugby union, then this segment is just for you. Now in Super Rugby we saw some big matches over the weekend. We saw Highlanders take on Waratahs. Highlanders coming out victorious in the end, 30 points to 26. Hurricanes thrashing Force 41 points to 6. Stormers beat Brumbies 31 points to 11. Blues and Sharks both drew 16 points all. Chiefs beat Jaguars also in a very close encounter, 30 points to 26. And Reds and Blues drew 25 points all. Now here are some highlights for you.
Down to Hall, West, had some options, and going straight through is Ioane, and backing up is Ehire West, and there's the first try. McIntyre goes high. Away Sautia chasing and gets it. Where's the support? In and away. Fairway Sautia. Try to the Reds. They've hit back. Almoina, Oceania. Dummies, and they fall for it. He's got a man on the inside, and running away for the corner now is Hall and the scrum half. Now it's Mboli, the big man straight through, and he's got Karevi on the inside. Gives it to Karevi. That's much better. That's the Reds we want to see more of. Tyre inside. This is Mboli backing up his frisbee. He's got McIntyre. He won't need him now. He gives it though, and McIntyre scores a terrific try. Couple of metres out. Guyton, over he goes, and the replacement scrum half go for the post, and Ehire West. Flags go up, and it is locked up at full time at Suncorp Stadium.
So Coles gets into a veto. Oh, this is Dane Coles stretching. Defence comes. Perenara reaches in. Hardy Salvia. Now it's been snapped up. Play on, says the referee Jane. Gets it away here for Thompson. 3 or 4 metres away. Short pass. Try scorer. Holo. Away he goes. Now players left and right. And held on. Couldn't make a decision. Hardy Salvia pops it up to Coles. Marshall gets it back. Keeps it in the field of play. Perenara. Hurricanes. Holo, who's looked pretty good since he came on. Gets his pass away to Corey Jane. He in turn finds Gibson Park. And Blade Thompson runs it round and scores under the post. Jason Woodward was right there, never quite got the ball. Now here's Laumapi for the corner. Look to try and drive this one over, and looks like they're going to get very close. They score.
They trail by 3. Elton Yankees. The reach. Did he get over? Yes, he did. Good start from Mark van Dijk. Now Combrink. That's a brilliant run. Ron Combrink. He'll need some support. He's got Nisi on the inside. Nisi gets. Nisi the long pass to Faf de Klerk. Together. Faf de Klerk. Under the poles.
Brilliant Lions.
Franco lost it. Elton Yankees. The gap opens up. Nisi. The switch. This is brilliant from the Lions. World red. Toe through from Lutiaga. Faf de Klerk gets smashed by Lutiaga. Advantage for the Cheetahs. Sergio Peterson has got the pace. Has he got the step? The skill!
After the Cheetahs capitalised.
And the Cheetahs team. Could this be their 3rd try? Cheetahs on the rampage. They're over. Waiting for confirmation.
And it's given. But this was the Lions' day at Ellis Park as Corne Ferree crossed for the home side's 5th try.
Quickly taking the tap and go. Corne Ferree!
Alu coughs it up, and the offload is good. Back to Squire. Up over the 22. They can't bring him down. And Liam over the chase is on. Faddis getting back there. Keeping it on the toe. They need a bounce. They get a bounce. And it is the everywhere man. Beal taking them on, running to the line. Got a beautiful ball away to Holloway. Holloway heading for the line, and he'll go all the way, or will he? Leveling the ball in their own 22. It's been stolen! And the young man on debut has got a try. What an introduction for the 21-year-old.
Bremer's got the open on the inside. Ball to work. Get up. Oh, brilliantly done. And Zafatan stayed down. Could be an opportunity for Billy LaRue and the shots backline. Lodging Bobo. Chasing hard. And Bobo. The chase from Bobo. Billy LaRue. Touchdown.
Okay.
Confirmation for the try.
Collection. And in the side.
For the first time in today's clash, the strike is another good one. The flags are up, and the visitors got a 3-point lead. Enough advantage.
Offside.
Decision time, yeah.
Yeah,
huge decision.
From the halfway, the strike is a solid one, looking for direction and depth. Second week in a row to win it for the Sharks. Flags stay down! Whoa!
Now welcome back to the show, and also over the weekend we saw the SPPNG Hunters play their first home game here at the National Football Stadium, the one behind me, and yeah, they beat the Tweedhead Seagulls 20 points to 18 in a very close encounter. We actually thought, I was there to witness the game, and I actually thought that the Hunters were gonna lose, but then they came back. You know, the Hunters are very unpredictable. Anyway, this is the post-match conference for you. Right after the match, you know, the captain and the coaches, this is what they had to say about the match.
We had to dig deep and come away with the 2 points, but yeah, no, I think good challenge from Tweedheads. I think they didn't give up easily, even though we were leading by 4 points first half. But yeah, no, we had some problems with our players, injuries and stuff like that. So that's probably something we have to work on for next weekend. But yeah, no, it was a tough game today. Yeah, we got another big game next weekend against the Falcons away, and then after that we got Blackhawks back here. So, but yeah, no, I think the good thing is I think we got those young boys that have stepped up and over the last 2-3 games and got the results we want today.
It was a really physical game. They're really prepared, and we really stuck into the game plan despite a lot of mistakes and dropouts, but they're really digging and they're really proud of the effort the boys put into defend the points.
For us personally, it's probably, other than winning, it was a good result. We've come here before and been down by 30 points at half time. So to be in the contest, I thought it was a really good game in the first half of two different styles. The Hunters were really good through the middle, and the 9 in particular, you know, everything was created from his ball play. We were the opposite. We would go to an edge and we would try and get down edges and threaten there. I know the second half had a lot of errors in it, but I'd rather look at the positive. I think the errors came because both teams knew that the game was on the line and the contact went up. And sometimes it is a bit ugly, but we watch rugby league because we love contact. And you could hear the crowd. We made the comment that even when our players were the ones pulling off the big shot, the crowd was excited. So that atmosphere for guys who are maybe 20, 21, 22 years of age, that was outstanding. It was a real privilege for us to be the first team to play Michael and the Hunters here at your stadium. It's an amazing stadium. We've had a really enjoyable period in the 3 years that we've come to PNG, Kokopo and that. We've always been treated really well. We've had the opportunity to get out and go to markets and meet the people firsthand. I'm really proud of my players that they always bring gifts and things that they like to give to the people as well. And I just feel that, you know, when we come here, even though you want us to lose, we always feel welcome, and that's something special in rugby league. I think my team know I speak really passionately about it. Like, moments like this are things for them to remember in their career. It is a fairy tale. You know, you guys have a beautiful stadium. You have a whole national team supporting you. We want to ruin it. We want to win. So we had the goal set that if you can come to PNG and win in PNG, I think only the Pride have done it, and East had a draw maybe. Yeah. So it is really hard to do. It is almost worth 4 points. You have your rivalry games and you have finals football. We place this one up there equal with all of them. It's really important to us.
Yeah, it was obviously in the end disappointing to not get the result, but from last week it was a massive improvement personally from our side. But yeah, that atmosphere, I mean, you don't get that any other game in the Queensland Cup, so to come here and play in front of a big crowd who got behind both teams and go down to the wire was a good exciting night, which unfortunately not to get the 2 points, but it was an enjoyable experience.
Just on the personal side too, first time I've seen Michael since last year, but congratulations on the Kumul job. It's well deserved. You guys are lucky to have someone of his calibre and who is a PNG national to coach that side. So yeah, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, last week there were also some big news in sports, and so here are the news bites.
The preparation of provinces is a responsibility under the wing of the PNG Sports Foundation. In the months leading into the year, the foundation had been conducting regional workshops addressing the importance and need for provincial teams to adhere to the guidelines and provisions of the Games Charter. With less than 10 months remaining till the staging of the Games, provincial teams are yet to confirm the number of athletes and sports they will be competing in. Deputy Chairman of the host organising committee, Daka Wagai, says this is a concern for the HOC as it slows down the process of formalising logistical requirements on the ground.
We will also make an appeal to the provinces to make sure that their provincial teams are now shaping up, and we would like information about how many teams will be coming here, so that that will guide our preparations on the ground. How many provinces that will be coming in, how many participants will be taking part. All these are important factors to consider in our planning as we continue with our preparation work here.
While the HOC is yet to release the number of sports and athletes for this year's Games, Director of Events, Marketing and Sponsorship for the PNGSF, John Susuve, told EMTV earlier this year the foundation will be looking to include all sports for the 7th edition of the Games. However, due to the logistical challenges posed by Kimbe and the surrounding towns between the districts, realistically, sports like swimming, squash and golf cannot be included. With the first PNG Games meeting scheduled for Saturday, the 19th of March in Kimbe, it is anticipated that figures on the number of sports and the participation of athletes will be confirmed.
Alpha said sparring sessions helped him pick out his boxer's weaknesses and strengths, on which he has worked on over the past few days.
I did that because that is one of the things that we lack out when we are back in the country, home country PNG, because we don't have any senior boxers to spar with them. But it was clear that I found out a lot of things that our boys need to do. During this week I've been working out with them on the speed and the skills. But they are looking good. They are focusing for the next week game.
Jonathan Keama has shown great enthusiasm towards the training and sparring after falling sick during the first week.
The sparring he did was, he doesn't spar with his own category, but he was sparring with a lighter heavyweight with his match 5 kg on top of him. But Jonathan came back with very good on sparring. He's looking good, and he's more becoming a bit danger here in the camp training. All the coaches are talking about him with his very good, powerful punches.
Alpha also spoke about training conditions in Baguio and why they decided to return to prepare.
It's very good because this is a high altitude, training and then the high performance training, because the training facilities here, like we don't have in Mosby. It's just like the boxing gym should be on its own, instead of we are training in aquatic with mixing up with so many athletics. It really is not good for the sport like boxing. In Baguio, they have an 8-lane track, and also the accommodation, also the boxing ring, whatever equipment that the boxing uses, all here in Baguio.
The Olympic qualifiers is a difficult task ahead for Charles, Thaddeus, Andrew and Jonathan, with 38 countries expected to attend the 2-week event, which will also decide which 3 boxers in each weight category secure places for the Rio Olympics. The team travels to Beijing on the 22nd of March, with the Olympic qualifiers to kick off on the 25th. Elijah Lae.
Papua New Guinean-born Lucy Mino has now elected to attend San Diego Christian College. San Diego Christian College is a National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics program located in Santee, California. Mino was an integral part of the Papua New Guinea national women's football team when they went on to win gold at last year's Pacific Games.
Papua New Guinea lead 1-0. It was only a matter of time.
Mino is based in the US and has been a standout for College of Canyons, helping a team win back-to-back Western State Conference championships in 2014 and 2015. She's a defender and served as co-captain in 2015, where College of Canyons allowed opponents to score just 17 goals while posting 9 shutouts. On the NCSA Athletics recruiting website, Mino said it would be a privilege to have the opportunity to continue her career and play in college.
Not be too impressed with this, but these are the rules. The player has to leave the pitch.
Stone will look at why Norris' program, Kickstart Kids Foundation, has been so successful in USA, especially in his home state, Texas. Stone will also take this rare opportunity to train under his legendary martial arts icon and movie star Chuck Norris. Stone will be accompanied by Stephen Tommy, a young New Island champion martial artist in Taekwondo and Tonglong Kung Fu, and Sam Warre, Stone's Taekwondo development officer. During this trip, Stone will take this opportunity to humbly request to Chuck Norris to visit PNG in September on the occasion of a martial arts extravaganza. Stone will be seeking assistance from Sports and Tourism Minister Justin Chachenko and NCD Governor Powers Pakop and the USA Embassy for a sponsorship of 50,000 kina.